शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय श्रीमद्भगवद्गीताय स्वामिनाथाचार्यपादाय नित्यानन्दाय गौरवप्रदाय नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनाथाय नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवप्रदाय निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतान ये श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम राम। So Hare Krishna devotees, welcome all of you. Today we are doing the Bhagavad Gita chapter number 3 verse number 27-28. Prakriti kriyamaanani gunai karmani sarvachah ahamkara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. The spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. The next verse. तत्त्ववितुः गुणकर्म विभागयोः गुणागुणेषु बन्धति मत्वा न सज्जति. It says, one who is in knowledge of the absolute truth, Almighty armed, does not engage himself with the senses and sense gratification, knowing well the difference between the work in devotion and work for fruitive activities. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I would request one of the devotees to read the purport for 3.27, please. Bhagavad Gita 3.27. Can somebody read the purport?
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, please.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Two persons. Purport for text 27. Two persons, one in Krishna consciousness and the other in material consciousness, working on the same level, may appear to be working on the same platform, but there is a wide gulf of difference in their respective positions. The person in material consciousness is convinced by false ego that he is the doer of everything. He does not know that the mechanism of the body is produced by material nature, which works under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. The materialistic person has no knowledge that ultimately he is under the control of Krishna. The person in false ego takes all credit for doing everything independently, and that is a symptom of his nescience. He does not know that this gross and subtle body is the creation of material nature under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and as such his bodily and mental activities should be engaged in the service of Krishna in Krishna consciousness. The ignorant man forgets that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Rishikesha, or the master of the senses of the material body, for due to his long misuse of the senses in sense gratification, he is factually bewildered by the false ego, which makes him forget his eternal relationship with Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, this verse is about guna. Prakrite kriyamani gunai karmani sarvashah ahamkara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. This is actually about a person who is not engaged in Krishna consciousness. A person who is not engaged in Krishna consciousness will think that he is the doer, but he is not the doer, because all the activities are carried out by the three modes of material nature, right? So actually he takes that credit independently. He thinks that, he takes the credit independently. He thinks that I did it. I have done the activity. I've done it independently. But it is ignorance to consider that I am the doer is an ignorance, because there are 5 factors for work given in Bhagavad Gita, right? It's given in the 18th chapter. So the person, this living entity is only one of the 5 causes. So only 20%. So you cannot take the credit of 20% you have 20% credit. You can't say 100% it's mine. It's because of me I was able to do it. It's because of me I was able to do it. Right? So the thing is, what is happening is the ignorant person, right? Only ignorant person thinks like that. A person who is not in Krishna consciousness always thinks in false ego. He thinks that I've done it. It's me who has done it. It's my credit. Now the ignorant person, uh, he forgets that Krishna is the master of the senses, Rishikesha, not him. But the ignorant person considers himself as a center and he thinks he is the master. And he misuses that senses for his purpose. It's like, the super soul has all the senses all over the world, right? All the hands, legs, and all the ears and nose and tongue, everything belongs to Krishna. He is the master of all the senses. With all these senses, the super soul is supposed to be enjoyed. But what happens is, because there are two, right? Living entity and the super soul. The living entity thinks that no, I have to enjoy. So he forgets that it is the super soul who is supposed to be enjoying. Right? So this is the mistake of the ignorant person that is being highlighted here in this verse. Let's go to the next verse, 28. One who is in the knowledge of absolute truth. Yeah. Can somebody read the purport?
Shall I read, Prabhu?
Yes, please.
Was born in a very, very second, Prabhu. I'm just opening it, Prabhu. The knower of absolute truth is convinced of his awkward position in material association. He knows that he is a part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and that his position should not be in the material creation. He knows his real identity as part and parcel of the Supreme, who is eternal bliss and knowledge, and he realizes that somehow or other, he is entrapped in the material conception of life. In his pure state of existence, he is meant to dovetail his
Doubt.
activities in a devotional service to the Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna. He therefore engages himself in the activities of Krishna consciousness and becomes naturally unattached to the activities of the material senses, which are all circumstantial and temporary. He knows that his material condition of life is under the supreme control of the Lord. Consequently, he is not disturbed by all kinds of material reactions, which he considers to be the mercy of the Lord. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, one who knows the absolute truth in three different features, namely Brahman, Paramatma, and Supreme Personality Godhead, is called Tattvavit. He, he knows also his own factual position in relationship with the Supreme. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So there's a contrast, right? The previous verse was talking about an ignorant man who is not in Krishna consciousness, who is taking the credit of all the activities, whereas the modes of material nature are acting. Here it is the Tattvavit, the opposite of the Ahankara Vimudhatma, ignorant man who is not in Krishna consciousness, versus Tattvavit. Tattvavittu Mahabaho. That means now it's a comparison. Okay. Now here Krishna is saying Tattvavittu Mahabaho Guna Karma Vibhagayo. Guna Guneshu Vartanti Itimatvana Sanjati. So the difference is that this Tattvavit here he's not enjoying the he does not work under the modes of material nature. So there's a way to work. Okay, if the working in the mode of goodness means working without getting affected by the three gunas. We should work without getting affected by the three modes of mental nature, right? So, Tattvavit, a person who understands the Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti Shabjati. One who understands the three aspects of the absolute truth, right? For such a person, he is not engaged in sense gratification. Here, guna, there is a two meanings here. Guna means we are getting a guna, guneshu vartante. So, guna karma vibhaga. Guna karma means working under the material influence. That is guna, three gunas. And guna means senses. Guneshu means sense gratification. So, there are two words, two meanings for the same word here. So, a person who is in knowledge, who is a devotee, okay, does not engage in the sense gratification or does not engage in the senses because he understands the difference between devotional service and working for fruitive activities. Working for fruitive activities is, if it's a mode of passion and mode of ignorance, and working in the Krishna consciousness is mode of pure goodness, right? So he understands, the Tattvavit. He knows that he is actually part and parcel of Krishna, and he dovetails his activities in devotional service. Means whatever activity he does, he dovetails it in Krishna consciousness. Everything is center is Krishna, like that, and he doesn't worry about the activities of the senses. He knows that they are all temporary, all right. And whatever disturbances also come, he takes it very easily. He doesn't take it very seriously. But ignorant person becomes very, very disturbed when an ignorant person gets a little bit of difficulty because he has the habit, he has a bad habit of taking everything on his account that I have done it. So suddenly when things go wrong, he becomes very confused because all the good things I said that I have done it. Now some bad things are happening. How do I manage this now? So the ignorant person becomes very, very upset when things become bad. So the devotee neither takes credit. When good things happen, he gives credit to Krishna. When bad things happens, then also he understands that, yes, this is all happening because of material reactions. I've done some material, I've done some sinful activities in the past, and Krishna is very merciful. He's giving me he's clearing my account. So our Guru Maharaj, Ishwarana Jayapatak Swami Maharaj says, you know, when you have difficulties, you should become happy because you should think like this: that oh, good, all my past reactions, right, are getting cleared. You should actually become happy, and when good things happen, you should be actually a little bit sad because if everything is going smooth, that means all the good karma is getting finished. So it should be the opposite. All the bad karma should get finished so that we can go back to home, back to God. So that is the vision of a Tattvavit, a person who is in knowledge, who understands the three aspects of the absolute truth. He understands that, see, whatever I'm getting is a mercy of the Lord. Okay, so he doesn't complain. He thinks that it is my reaction. He takes responsibility. He says, yeah, the living entity is the cause for all the sukha dukkha, for the happiness and distress. Living entity is the cause. I am only the cause. There is no cause. There's nobody who's disturbing me. I have only done some past actions which have come back to me now. Okay, and Krishna is mercifully is delivering to me this punishment. So let me take this punishment. I could have been actually losing my hand, but only finger got cut. So like that, he will think. I should have died, but it happened only a small accident. So like that, he thinks Krishna has minimized it with mercy, and he has closed my sinful reactions. That's how he thinks. So this is the difference today. Today's verses we discussed about two type of people. One is the Ahankara Vimudatma, who is a non-devotee, who always thinks that he is he's the enjoyer, and he is the doer, and he is engaging in the three modes of material nature and sense gratification. And the other person we have seen here is the Tattvavit, the knower of the absolute truth, who does not engage in the three modes of material nature, and who gives all the good credit to Krishna, and whatever bad things happen to his reaction, to his past sinful reactions, and just tolerates the difficulties, and therefore he is very happy and peaceful. Okay, so that's all devotees. Hare Krishna. We'll stop here. Dhanavad pranams. Thank you very much for joining. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, much.
Hare Krishna,
Anybody has
Prabhuji.
any questions or anything to add?